All right, welcome. Let's start again, right? All right, so welcome to the call, and I didn't expect too many people to jump on today because I did a terrible job of promoting this, but we still had some people registered, and I'm so glad that you are all here. We just got done with our Build Lab call, and if you're in Build Lab and you didn't get a chance to get on there because you just got started, then you can always just go inside of Build Lab there in Skool Community, go up to the calendar, and you can get there on the calendar. There's registration links for each of those, but it is recorded and you can check it out later. So I took a screenshot of this board back here, and I airdropped it over to my computer, and we're going to go through that. And I'm also going to just talk to you in general about how easy you can start earning online. How many of you right now in the comments, or you can just speak up at any time, you can just speak up. I don't have you blocked or anything. You can unmute yourself and start talking. And I just want you to know that that's how I do this. You're more than welcome to interrupt me. Obviously, if you become a problem, then we'll have to deal with that. But I don't think anybody in here is going to be a problem. So you can just be like, "Hey, Mike, well, hold on," and just interrupt me because I find that it's better that way. And I just want this to be really natural. So, how many people want to sell something online and you don't have anything created quite yet? I know Corey, it says that you are trying to nail down your niche and getting started. Okay. Vern, is that
Me.
how I say that? Is that right? Vern. Okay, cool. Maritza, is it Maritza? Is that how you say it? Roll that R.
Perfect. Thank you.
Maritza. Okay. And then we've got Sherry. Sherry, welcome. You are new today. Everybody's pretty new, actually, except for Ricardo and Tammy and Mike. You've been a few days, right? Ian. Okay, we got Ian. I don't think you're in the club yet. Like the club, maybe. If maybe you're under a different name. But so anyway, if that's you, if you're new to this and has anybody ever sold anything online before? Like you've actually sold something? Yeah, Mike, okay. Anyone else? I know Ricardo, you have, Tammy, you have. But anybody else, have you guys had any sales yet with the internet? No? Okay. So I want to keep to my brand, which seems to have evolved to the um, keep it really simple, make it really easy, which I'm glad about that because I don't want it to be harder. All we're doing here is, and I assume that you're here because you want to sell your advice online. You want to sell courses, or you want to sell a membership program, or you want to do some sort of maybe online coaching or teaching or something of that nature. Is everybody in agreement with that? We're all good. Thumbs up on that, everybody? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Just put in the, if you could, Mike says leads do not have good email system. I will soon. Awesome. Well, so you learned something pretty powerful today that could probably really rock your world. Okay. Oh, Isby, what is going on? Okay, awesome. So I got excited about that because Isby's been hanging with me on TikTok Live for a long time. So very excited to have you here. Very good, very good. So you're in the club. Okay. We just got to get you to the next club, the cooler club, the cool club. So no, it's good. All right. What I want to do is I want to give you some really great things that I do that really work and turn into money. And I really want to also, I want to shave off some time and some effort and some like stress of getting this set up and created. And I really want to open up. I want to spend a lot of time on this. And I know you guys have questions because if you're brand new, you probably have a lot of questions, but the problem is when you're brand new and you have questions, you don't know what questions to ask. So I get that. So I'll kind of seed you and prime you and do the best I can there. But I just want to get you to the next step today and get you just in the idea of and the action of doing stuff. And this is not a hard thing to do. It's actually very simple, but in it being simple to set up and put together, regardless of what you may have already experienced trying to do and everything. The hard part is just kind of overcoming yourself and actually doing it and having the confidence to, create that video or, you know, believe in yourself enough. Not that you don't believe in yourself, but believe in yourself enough to where you can speak and be we'll use the word confident in what you're sharing and actually know that people will buy your stuff and people will do this stuff. Okay. This is you're in a great time right now, number one, because people are like, oh yeah, buy it on the internet. No big deal. Yeah, that's normal. Before it was like, I'm not putting my credit card on the internet, you know. Now it's like it's just like it's saved all over the place, you know. It's this is good. And people are getting more and more excited about it. And the world out there has even shown us how powerful it is. And I got some cool stuff to show you with that too. So are we excited? Are we good? The big thing is I want you to take away Maritza looking all pink and cool over there. I love them shades. I like that. Well, I guess they're not shades, but they're kind of shades. We'll call them shades. Okay. Awesome. Yes. Very lovely. Very lovely. Okay. So I'm excited. I'm excited. Let's go. Hopefully this all records well. What's up, Isby? A face. I can see you for once. I know what you look like now, brother. Okay, cool. Don't wreck your car, please. But I used to always do that. I'll tell you, it's funny. I used to record in my car all the time because I was like, I don't know, for some reason when I'm in my car, it's like, you know how you sing in your car and you'll sing it, you think you're the best singer, you'll sing at the top of your lungs. And, you know, so I was like, I would record videos in my car because I'm like, nobody can hear me. I can be as, you know, natural and everything. And then everybody started yelling at me. They're like, you can't be doing that. You're going to wreck. You're going to hurt somebody else. I'm like, I live in Kansas. The only thing I'm going to hurt out here is I'm going to run into a tree or a ditch or something. Because other than that, I'm the only one out here. But anyway. All right. So I'm just going to dive into this. I'm sure we'll have some people joining us. And if they're joining us later, then I guess, I don't know. They're just going to have to catch up. So let me share my screen. And if you guys have any questions, just put them over here in the chat. I'm going to keep this real casual and cool. And I just want you to leave today with, you know, actual like, hey, I know what step I'm going to take, or I can get moving forward on this, or you know, I just want you to leave with some more confidence. And then I do, if anybody wants to know, like somebody didn't, well, three people, actually two now because somebody sent me the rest. They didn't turn in their hat size, their address, and their phone type. And so I was like, well, I'll just run it one last day and you guys can get into Build Lab and, you know, I'll talk about that later, but I'm not too worried about that. The big thing I want you to do is leave here with some action steps and some things that you can do. So the thing that I want to talk to you about, and anybody can start this offer right away, and that is screen. Just kind of give me some head nods. That'll kind of help me see. Yeah. Can we see that? Are we good? Thumbs up. So I just want to talk to you about these two offers real quick. I'm not going to go deep into the weeds on this, but I do want to just I just want to point out like these two things, okay? Now, when I first got started in this stuff, I was like, when I would hear words like, or words, or when I would hear things like, oh yeah, you can make, you know, 160,000. You've never made that before in your life, not even half of that or a third of that, and you can make that on the internet. You know, I was like, sure, yeah, okay. And then like you do it and you're like, oh crap, you really can. And then you're like, I thought it would be more crazy than this, you know, like you thought it would be more. And things that are, you know, unusual to us people that are like new to this is, I mean, you're still considered a small business in the United States, I think in the world possibly, if you have 3,000 employees or less. You're still considered a small business if you have 3,000 employees. So making 160 or 100,000 a year, or I don't know why I'm drawing on that, or any of those things in the business world, that's like you're not even in business. You know what I mean? But to somebody that's making 50,000 a year, 60,000 a year, that's like holy crap, you know, like I'm in heaven or something. So I get it when I talk about these things. If you're like, yeah, come on, come on. So I get it. All right. I totally understand. And listen, I'm here to tell you that with probably a third of the effort that you probably use at your job, you can create something here that is fun, that can break you free from having a job. And it's something that you can really truly rely on. And it's not something that we're just guessing about. You can actually truly go out there and find the answers and find, you know, what will actually sell out there. And this is a beautiful thing. And if you guys want, we can even get into that as well. And I can show you how to find literally exactly what you can sell and what people want. And this is what I love about this so much. I love things that you can like, you can prove. before you do it, right? So, we'll get into that. But I just want to talk to you quickly about these two offers. Everybody can see the screen, the scribbles. Okay, okay. So the first one is a pocket coaching offer. All right. So the pocket coaching offer. Here's why I love this offer, and I will. Let me get my little scribbler out. And you can interrupt me at any time. Okay. Hey, Mike, I don't get it. What do you mean? So we're right here. Okay. I'm talking about this little thing right here. And the great thing about this little thing right here is you can literally use all free software and tools and everything and start this the moment we get off of like the moment you get done with this workshop, you can start doing this. Like I'm not joking you, okay? When I started my pocket coaching offer, which I didn't expect it to really do anything because I've never had like a pocket coaching style offer. I'd never done it before. I heard a lady at this mastermind say, "Hey guys, join my pocket coaching for $37 a month." And she was saying how she had like thousands of people on this. And I'm like, wait a minute, 1,000 times 37. Wait, she said thousands times 37. Oh my. I was like, this is, let's do that, right? This would be great. Who's got a question? I see. Oh, I raised my own hand. Sorry. Ignore that. Okay. So, with this business, this is what's great about it. You literally need, if I could say the word, two pages, two web pages. And what's great is there's only two kinds of web pages. So if you're somebody that is not, good with website design or anything like that, just know that there's only two kinds of web pages. There's web pages that give information and there's web pages that take information. That's it. Okay? And they can do both. They can give and take on the same page. But that's it. There's only two kinds of web pages. They give or they take or they do both. So with two web pages, with a simple Stripe account, which is free. Okay, so here's our Stripe account thing. With a simple free website like system.io that would already have a template ready for you. Plus, I can give you a template. If those of you that are in Build Lab or the Pocket Coaching right now, you've already got access to that. And then all you have to do, okay, this is the cool part. All you have to do is you're going to create a daily pocket coaching video that you're going to send out to the people that gave you the $27. Okay. Are we good on this? Like, I know this sounds simple. I know this sounds silly, but how many of you right now, if you had, let's say in the next 90 days, if you every day worked, you did a few posts, you maybe went live if you can go live, or let's just focus maybe on posting, okay? No ads, just posting. If you could get 100 people, and maybe that's too much, we'll take it down, but 100's easy math, okay? If you got in 90 days, you got 100 people to join your pocket coaching by you just posting online, okay? At 27 a month, that's 2,700 a month. How many of you right now that would like really help out? Like an extra 27, and this is residual, okay? Like they're paying 27 a month. If they don't like it, they can cancel at any time, okay? Yeah, Corey says me, okay? Everybody's waving their hands. So I literally, that's what this is. You need two web pages. You can go, if you can go live, you can go live, and we'll talk about how to do that. You can make posts each day. And I'll tell you guys a secret about the fastest way to grow your following is to literally just go online and pretend that you're the customer, okay? And pretend that you're trying to solve the problem that your customer would be trying to solve. Okay, so I'm going to use some simple things as an example here. Let's say that you teach people how to catch fish. Okay, you teach people how to catch fish, and your person doesn't know how to catch a fish, so they go online like everybody does when they have a question about something. They go to Google, they go to YouTube, they'll search TikTok, they'll search whatever their favorite social place is. And they'll go up and they'll search, how to catch a fish. Okay. If you did that, you pretended that you were your customer and you went on there and typed in how to catch a fish, and the videos that popped up that were, looking good, they had a lot of views. It was titled like, here's how to catch a fish. If you clicked on those videos and went down into the comments and you found all the questions about how to catch a fish that they still have, so they watch a video about how to catch a fish, and down in the comments, they still have questions. If you went down to those questions and you answered those questions, those people would be like, wow, thank you. That's very helpful. I appreciate that. And they would go, what would they do? They'd probably click on your name or whatever and go see who you are. They would go to your profile. And if you had your profile set up correctly and you had a link to your pages here, your 2 pages, they could go to those pages and they could learn that you also teach people how to fish, and maybe that you have this amazing thing where each day, if they joined for $27, you would send them 1 video a day that makes them a better fisherman. Okay? They can cancel at any time. They get 1 video a day. They can watch all the previous videos from, before. And this is what you can do to A, grow your following, B, get customers right away, and C, have something that can continue to grow and turn into something greater and greater and greater. Okay?
So
Think about that.
Mike,
Yes.
before you go on, so you think it's okay to drop your .com, like to answer a question, like in the comments of another person's video? That's like okay?
I wouldn't do that unless they asked for it. If they
Okay.
ask down in the comments, if they're like, "Hey, I really love the answer you gave me." Like if you just answer their question and you do really good, just
Okay.
be a good old person, and they're like, "Oh, really? What's your website?" Most of the time, what I will say, because I don't want, YouTube or TikTok or anybody mad at me for dropping links and stuff. What I would typically say is, yeah, if you just go to my profile, if you go to my bio, I've got information there that will take you to some more free training. That's one thing I would say that, or maybe, hey, shoot me a message, DM me or something like that. Okay, I would,
Okay.
because you just we're playing by their rules. They're the people,
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, that's a good question. Thank you for asking that. Actually, that's a very good
Sure.
question.
No, that's good answer though. I just want to make sure I understood that properly. That's
Yeah,
good answer.
yeah, no, absolutely. So now here's the other part. What we want to do is our number one thing that we want to generate every single day is we want to generate leads, because leads are like the tree before the apple. So ultimately, when we plant an apple tree, we want apples, right? Well, we've got to have the tree and the branches and the leaves and all that stuff before we get apples. So that is probably more important than the actual apple itself, because if we don't take care of the tree, we don't get the apple. Well, in this world that we're in, the tree is leads. Okay. It's the only metric that you need to follow, because what we know, and these are real numbers, okay, and it's the numbers I'm going to give you, they're actually better than what I'm going to give you, but these are the actual worldly numbers. You will convert, if you have an offer that addresses a real problem that people are trying to solve, you will convert 1 to 5% of your leads. Okay. So that means for every 1,000 leads, and they say this is the benchmark, you've got to get to 1,000 leads. So this is like your first mission when you start online, is you want to get to 1,000 leads as fast as humanly possible. And these are good leads, right? These are not just any old leads. These are good leads. Because at 1,000 leads, you will, based on these numbers here, okay, and the reason it goes from 1 to 5% is depending on the price of your offer or whatever. I just always base it off of 1%, okay? But I know that for every 1,000 leads, I will get 10 to 50 sales. That's just something you can pretty much you can bet on that, okay? And it's actually in most cases quite better than this. But I assure you that you will find it is this all the time. Like, this is what it is. And this is very good, because imagine you're selling something for $100 and you want to make 10,000 or $1,000, right? 10 times 100, $1,000. So what do we need to do? We need to get 1,000 leads, and we need to ask them to buy our stuff. And so we know for every 1,000 leads, we can make like $1,000. Okay. And the long-standing number that's been around for the 15 years that I've been around doing this stuff is, if you want to make $10,000 a month, get 10,000 emails. So a dollar per email that you have on your email list. Okay. So that's kind of a good rule of thumb. And it works out to be quite better than that if you really do it and look at it. It'll really perform quite well, actually. So if you guys are just joining, we're talking about the 2 best products you can start right away to hit a 6-figure income or more. And we're also talking about how to generate monthly recurring revenue. And these are products you can start immediately. If you have any questions, just interrupt. Imagine we're all sitting in a room around a table talking, okay? Okay. So this is the number 1 metric. Okay, this is the number 1 metric. Everybody wants to talk about all these other things, but this is the number 1 metric: leads. That's how, if a consultant goes into a business today, all right, the first health metric that they look at for a business is how many leads are they generating per day. And one goal that you should have is you want to try to get to 30 leads a day as fast as humanly possible. This right here will ensure that you're making 10 to 50 sales per month. And like I said, these are baselines. It can be much better than this, okay? So how do you get 30 leads per day? Well, the good old-fashioned elbow grease way is go out there, like we were talking about, pretend that you're the customer, and go out and actually go down in the comment, pretend you're searching for something, and we can do this if you guys would like. Okay, you guys want me to show you this? Okay, let me stop share here real quick. Let me pull up something here. Make sure I don't got my live Yanni concert. Has anybody listened to Yanni before? I don't listen to Yanni. I did. My mom listened to Yanni. Probably messed me up as a child. Okay, so here we go. Well, come on, computer. All right. So let me pull something up here. Okay. I'll show you how this works. And this works amazingly. Okay. So you guys cool with that? Is that cool? Do you guys want to see this in action, what this actually looks like? Most people won't do this either. Most people won't do this either. And all you're doing is you're walking around handing out value. And if you walk around and hand out value, you're never going to lose. You're never going to lose. If every day I walked by you and I was like, hey, Maritza, here's $100. I'll see you tomorrow. Here's $100. I'll see you tomorrow. After about, well, probably the first day, but after like a week or a month, if I went up to you, you would feel indebted to me. You would literally, the reciprocity would be so high that I could ask you, I could be like, hey, can I borrow $500? And you'd be like, boom. Okay. Well, we can do the same thing without actually having to hand them a $100 bill. We can hand them information that is worth way more than that. And if you just think about when you're texting, or sorry, when you're posting online, think about that as like, that's your text message to the world. Okay. That's your text message to the world. You text your friends, you text your family, you share with your friends and your family, you're sharing videos, you're sharing this. Why not create a cool text to the world each day, right? It'll text you back, I promise. Okay, so let me pull up this here and check this out. So here we've got, I'm going to pretend, I want to do somebody that's actually, let's use somebody as an example, a live example here. Okay. So somebody tell me, what do you sell and what is your, like what problem do you solve? Somebody down in the comments, or you can blurt it out. It doesn't matter. Tell me what problem do you solve? Let's try this out. Come on now. Okay, Itty Bitty Micro Farm YouTube channel. Okay, so with the Itty Bitty Micro Farm, what problem help people sell microgreens? Okay, so you're in the wealth market then, is that right? Mike, you can unmute yourself. So you're in the wealth industry, right?
Kind of in the wealth industry, teaching business owners how to sell microgreens to the public, grocery stores, restaurants, home deliveries, stuff like that. So solving the problem of trying to get it sold, because everybody can grow. Theoretically, it's easier to grow, but it's hard to sell.
Yeah. So you're in the wealth industry, though. You're helping people make money.
Yep.
So everybody, you just please understand real quick. You need to identify this like today, right now. Am I in the health, wealth, or happiness industry? Okay. Put in the comments, please, which one that you think that you're in. Okay. Because you're in one, you're in all of them, but your primary thing is in one of them. Okay. So Tammy's in happiness. Yep. Sherry's in happiness. Okay. Craig says I'm in wealth. Okay. Excellent. Maritza is in wealth. Janine is in wealth. Janine. Okay. Health. Cindy's in happiness. Auvergne Alvern, am I saying that right? You can yell at me. Okay. Okay. So happiness. So we've got a lot of happiness. Okay. Wealth. Awesome. Very good. So that's it. Okay. Literally, if people get this so confused, I help people make money. If you're in the wealth, you help people make money. How you do it is different than everybody else or the same doing it your way. Just because there's one basketball coach doesn't mean there can't be two. They're going to teach the same thing to different people. Okay. That's we're all trying to get 1,000 true fans. If 1,000 people give you $1 a day from there on, you can figure out life pretty decent. Okay. You can keep growing it and more and more and more. Okay. Happiness, you're helping somebody not be sad. Okay. You're helping somebody be happy. Okay. And then if you're in the health, you're helping somebody be healthy. That's it. That's your one word thing. Now, those of you, if you have a niche problem, somebody tell me, put down in the comments if type niche if you have trouble figuring out your niche. Okay, put niche down there because I'm going to help you solve that here today. That'll be fixed here in just a moment. All right, so somebody says, okay, microgreens. So you're helping people make money. What would Mike? Unmute yourself. What would somebody that has so you're helping people make money, and the way that you do it is you help them sell microgreens. So they're growing their own. Okay, so niche is a big thing. Okay, so you're helping people that are green thumbs, if you will, or they really love botanicals and farming and things of that nature. You're helping you're helping them get those things sold. Is that correct?
Yes. In a nutshell, yeah.
Now, are these people already under the impression that they want to sell those things online? Or are they are you teaching them that this is an opportunity to sell things that way?
I would say 80-20. Most people want to do it. They want, and they're doing it. They just need to be better at it. And probably 20% that are interested.
Okay. Let me say something. I have a friend of mine. I've known him my entire life. Literally, he's the first friend that I ever made that I can remember. And he has, and I never in a million years would have thought this, but he sells mushroom. He makes and sells like lion's mane mushrooms. Is this the same type of person?
Yeah.
Okay.
Same type of person.
Okay, cool. So what would this person, if they were to go and search for the answer to this, what is something that they would search?
In the beginning, they're probably going to search how to grow microgreens, where to sell microgreens, something like that.
Is microgreens the kind of the trigger word?
Yeah, microgreens is definitely the trigger word. That's kind of where everybody kind of starts their indoor farming kind of thing.
Okay, so here's what I do when I find my trigger word. Okay, so I type in micro greens and then I hit the space bar. Okay, this thing, can everybody see the YouTube stuff on the screen? What I'm about to share with you is no joke. What I'm about to share with you could literally unlock your entire journey of making money online if you can just gather what I'm sharing with you here. Okay, and I'm not joking. This single thing that we're going to do right now is going to help you solve more problems, make more money, and just always have the answer to what it is that you're trying to do online. Okay. Everything that you need is already out there. Okay. I hope I do too. This would be awesome. This would be awesome. So I'm dead serious about what I'm sharing with you. Okay. This has never not worked. And the reason why is because it's like literally going out there and getting into the mix. And everybody has this access. It's amazing. So all of these things that are showing up here, and the reason I know all this is because in the beginning when I was broke and my friend and I were trying to sell physical products online way back, this is like way back 2007, right? We're trying to figure out how to show up online. We didn't have money for advertising, and we normally sold over the phone, and we set up accounts and all this stuff. And I was like, this sucks. Let's figure out how to use this internet thing. And we went crazy. We were reading like algorithm books. We were reading like the whole Google thing, everything. It was mind-numbingly crazy, but we did come up with something. And that was how to actually find what people want, which is very important in business. So if I type this in here, what happens is these things that show up, if we were to click this report search, these right here are all keyword phrases, right? Well, all of these things are showing up in the particular order that you see here on the screen based off how many times they actually get searched. So microgreens at home gets searched and typed in more than microgreens business. Interesting. And then so on and so forth as you go down here, okay? So as you'll notice, it all kind of gets longer as you get down here, longer tail. Okay, they call it a long tail keyword is bigger than a short tail, I guess. But these things right here are telling us what people actually are searching. Now, here's what's really neat. You can roll through the alphabet. You can go microgreens, and I could press the letter A, and look how it changes it. Now, all of a sudden, it's all words that are A, and then I could go back and type B. Okay, and look, it's all B. These are all things because it's trying to auto suggest based off what is getting searched the most. Now, why are we excited about this? Because if we know what people are actually searching for, and we can then go and look at what they look at when they search for it, well, then we found them. And if we found them, we can go down in the comments of those videos and we can listen to them. And if just imagine how many people are thinking all the time, if I could just, how many of you said this, put an X in the comments, if I just knew what my customer wanted, I would give it, I would create it and I would give it to them, right? X in the comments if you've ever thought that. Well, you can right here. You actually can right here. Everything that you ever need to talk about on an email, every piece of content you ever need to create, every topic you ever need to go live, every product you ever want to create, it's just right here. So you have to be not good at creating, but you have to be good at discovering and finding. That's truly what you need to be good at. Okay. That's what entrepreneurs do, right? We find problems and fix them. That's how we get money. So if I come in here and I type in microgreens, and you said, what was it? They're typing in microgreens, what?
How to sell.
How to sell microgreens? Okay.
Yeah.
So what I always do is I start out here and I just type in the word microgreens and I see what is coming up. And so I look here and I say microgreens for beginners. That might be good, right? Okay, that could be a good one. Or microgreens business. That's probably really good, right? Okay, or microgreens at home, maybe. But what I like to do is I like to start there. Now, if we went like this, how to sell, look what happens. And we could put an A after it, a B, and you're going to get all these things. Now, you can also use tools to do this and everything, but even with all the knowledge about AI that I have, all the knowledge I have about search engine keyword tools, and all the knowledge I have of all this crap, every time that I do this, I like to just go to the horse's mouth and like look in it. And that is, I like to just come here and find it. I want to come here and just find what is actually showing up in the machine that they're hanging out on. So how to sell, if I type in micro, ooh, see how it finished it out with microgreen. Look at this. How to sell microgreens to restaurants. Oh, what a topic for a live. What a topic for an email. What a topic for a micro event. Hey guys, I'm going to be doing a live workshop this Thursday. It's free. Come on there. What we're going to be talking about is how to sell microgreens in grocery stores, farmers markets, and restaurants. I'm going to go through the basics of that. And then at the end, I'm going to pitch you my $27 a month pocket coaching offer so that you can get a very risk-free way to hang out with me. And then once you're hanging out with me and getting daily value from me, and I'm literally like in your world every day because you paid me $27 and I'm sending you a daily video giving you value, when I ask you to upgrade, you'll probably upgrade. Okay. Are you guys listening and following so far? This is serious stuff. Like, this is how you really get this done. Okay. This is literally how you do this. Okay. I'm not trying to do anything else besides help you here. Okay. But look what's actually showing up. How to sell microgreens. If I take this and I hit the space bar here, in India, online, in Amazon, how to grow and sell, how to start and sell. All of these are now topics that you have for content. How many of you right now are always like, well, I don't know what to talk about in my content. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to say it. I don't know where I don't know. I don't know. Okay. That's what people say. Well, look, it's right here. It's right here. It's literally right here. Okay. Now watch. If I say how to sell microgreens, and what else did you say, at home, or just how to sell microgreens?
The main topic is how to sell microgreens, but
Okay,
all that
let's do
stuff
that one.
obviously filters into it.
Yeah, so let's go how to sell microgreens. I'm just going to click on that. Okay, now here's the rule of thumb. All right, here's the rule of thumb. If it doesn't show up in that auto suggest, which is what we call it, and listen, this works over at the TikToks, this works over at the Instas, this works everywhere there is a search bar on social media. Okay, so let's go to TikTok. Hopefully nothing scary pops up. Okay, and oh God, oh Lord, hold on here. I hate how it auto plays like that. Okay. All right, but it's okay. So let's look over here. How to sell. See how this thing does this over here too? All right. How to sell micro. What happens here? Oh gosh, microgreens with a space. How to sell microgreens for money. Well, if you're selling, but how to sell micro business. No, how to sell microgreens. So we can click on this here and look what pops up over on the side. Best way to sell microgreens. Okay. What I would do if I was you and I was brand new and I was trying to sell my microgreens. If I was trying to sell my pocket coaching offer, I would probably do a video over all of these. And then I would do another video over all these and another video over all these because you cannot do enough. I've been talking about funnels and leads and emails and content for 15 years straight. And I've said the same thing a million times over with different shirts on at different volume levels. Okay. So I mean, if you're a basketball coach, you can only talk about dribbling for so much. And then you got to like how to dribble on a roof, how to dribble in a garage, like, but you got to cover the bases because this is what people are going to do to find you. Because if they can't find you, well, this is stage one. Okay. So when this comes up, I don't care who's here. I don't care how many bazillions of followers. None of that matters because you're just finding your true fans. Your only goal in life with this is if you find 1,000 true fans, 1,000 people that are willing to give you $1 a day. How many people, 30 grand a month right now, would help you sleep better at night? Okay. Okay. All right. Obviously. Okay. So this now, I just come over here and I leave it on top. And what I can do is look, this, if 28,000 people watch this, okay, or 96,000 people watch this, okay, then when these things pop up like this, only thing I'm looking for if I'm trying to find out what to sell or what questions they have, I just want to go to the one that has a lot of views because my mind says, well, if there's that many views, that means there's more questions being asked. There's probably more people down in the comments asking questions. And now here's the great thing. If this video here, and we'll go back over to YouTube, okay, because it's not so spastic. But if 28,000 people watch this on how I market my greens to make $1,300 a week, if they watch this and still have questions down below, what does that say for us? That means, well, they're still not getting their question answered. And if you can answer that question, great. How do you get your followers up? How do I get to 1,000 followers, Mike, so I can go live? This is what you do. You come to a video like so, you click on it, you pause it, okay? What is ringing? Oh, God. Oh, God. This is why using TikTok for this is so hard. And it doesn't do this special thing that we do over at YouTube. Okay. So what type of stores are you trying? Like chain grocery or just local grocery places? Hey guys, today in this video, what I want to do is if you're wondering what type of stores are you trying to get your microgreens into, like, or is it chain grocery stores or local grocery places? I want to cover that for you. Okay. You understand me? How many of you just had like a little bit of an aha moment there? Just a little bit. Okay. It wasn't hard, was it? Within seconds, I'm not even in this business. You understand? So everything that you want to search and find, it's right here. Look, do I need a food handling license of any kind to sell? Hey guys, in this quick TikTok, okay, I'm going to show you 3 things. If you have a question about this and you're wondering, do I need a food handling license of any kind to sell microgreens? You're going to get the answer in this TikTok. Let's jump in. Answer the question. Answer the question and give it to them so that they're like, because if you don't answer the question, here's what you're doing. Hey, Maritza, here's $100. Oh, just kidding. Just kidding. Now you just set up you're a jackwagon. Okay. And now they're like, oh, okay. Look, now here's what else we're looking for. Patterns. Okay. Look, do I need a food handling license of any kind? We go down a little bit. No licensing or FDA approvals. That's twice. Go down a little bit more. What is this? Are these cold calls? Okay. You're going to find some stupid stuff. But look, so far we heard about licensing twice. Don't forget about business permits and such. There's 3 times. So what do you think you should do a video about? Okay. And then what you can do is you can come down in here and instead of being like, spammy, you could create that TikTok video or whatever platform you're on. You could create that video. And if you're commenting down in the comments on, say, TikTok, and you send them to another TikTok video, TikTok really likes you because now they're still on TikTok and they found more of what they actually wanted to find. And guess what they do? They're on your profile. And if you create content the way I teach you inside of, Build Lab and Pocket Coaching and things like that, guess what happens? They follow you. They see your stuff. They go to your funnel. They become a lead. And you sell stuff. Okay? So it's this easy. You find things this easy. So this is just one video, and we've come up with how many video types? And it's right on cue. It's perfect. And you can go in here, or you could just answer the question. And if you answer this question really, really good, what they do is they click on your face or you, and they see down in your profile, because you're going to set it up the way we want you to set it up. And they see, instead of just an authentic Ray of whatever the F I decide to be today, okay, instead of that, like normal consumers would do, you're instead down there saying, hey, if you want to sell microgreens faster and easier, I've got a free training for you. And they're like, oh yeah, that's what I want. And they click it and they become a lead and they learn from you and they go, I like this person, and they follow. And before you know it, they're setting with you on a Zoom on a Thursday at 1:00. Okay. This is all that happens. This is all that happens. So this is cool, right? So now that's just that. But let's go over to YouTube because it's got a little special thing over here. I come over here and look at this, how to sell microgreens. That's pretty perfect for what we were searching. We're just being like the customer. The customer would probably click on what? The first video here, right? And it has 138,000 views. This is good because that means there's probably going to be a lot of comments. So what I do is I click on that video like a customer would, and I pause it because instead of, watching it like your customer would, we don't care really about that right now. What we do care about is there's 233 comments. And what we're trying to find is what are the questions these people still have. So I use this thing called vidIQ right here, okay? It's a free tool that you can use. And if you click down on this, you can click contains questions because businesses make money when they solve problems. So we want to find the questions. So here it is. How long can you regrow cut greens? There's a TikTok or there's a piece of content. That could be a funnel. You could create a whole funnel around just that. Hey guys, I did a free train. It could be a weekly workshop. It could be an email. That could be a subject line for an email. Your actual customer is asking this question. After watching a video on how to sell microgreens, they're still asking down below, how long can you regrow cut greens? Now, whenever you're creating content, let's say that you are, I always use this because everybody knows what a Porsche is. Okay. Let's say that you're a Porsche. Every piece of content that you ever create is going to be about what? A Porsche, because that's what you sell. So every piece of content, everything that ever comes from your business is going to be about your product. So what you do is once you have your product designed, the blueprint, you're literally just grabbing a piece of the blueprint and you're creating a piece of content. And then you can say things like, this is just one little tip of the tip of the tip of what I share with you in my program. And for less than $1 a day, you can grab my pocket coaching video where I send you one how-to video every day that shows you how to sell microgreens faster and easier than you would if you had to figure it out on your own. You can cancel any time and you can watch all the previous episodes. Think of it as like a magazine subscription. Instantly, you have a customer and they become a really powerful lead because now they have put up money to say that they want to learn from you. And it's $27. People are blowing that every single day on nothing. So you have an instant offer instantly where you don't have to have a course made. And all of those people in your pocket coaching, I promise you, if you do a good job in your daily videos, they will buy your $500, $1,000, $5,000 product later. Does this make sense? Are you guys understanding this? Does anything that I've said and shown you so far, it's not hard, is it?
Not hard at all. I'm actually just going through and copying some of them questions over to a Word document.
Yeah. Okay. So there you go. Now, for those of you that said I had a niche problem, how many of you think that your niche is the people out there that are buying your stuff? Yeah? Put an X if that's what you think, or no, put a me if you think that that's what a niche is. Okay? Put a me down in the comments if you think that's what a niche is. Nobody? Well, good. Okay. So your niche is literally the problem that you solve. So if let's say that I helped people, let's microgreens, okay? My niche is anybody that wants to know how to sell microgreens. I don't care how tall you are. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what you smell like. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care about anything. If you're somebody that wants to sell microgreens, you're my niche. That's it. So, Janine, Janine says, if you're, is Janine still here? Are you still here, Janine? I can't see everybody. Yes, Janine's here. So Janine, what problem do you solve? And Corey, what problem do you solve? And Avern, what problem do you solve? Okay. So Avern, I know you're in happiness, but what little slice of that do you what's the skill that you help people with? Okay. Engage down in the comments if you can. Don't wreck your car if you're driving. Or just you can speak up. It doesn't matter. Okay. Motivation, focus. Okay. So what is the problem then, Avern? If somebody, and you can unmute yourself, okay? What if you help somebody with motivation and focus, what can they not do in their life because they have no motivation or focus? What sucks in their life because motivation and focus is missing? Okay. I'm just waiting. Okay.
I know. Lack of, their life sucks. I don't know. They're lost in something. They're not focused on job, so they might lose their job, or they're not motivated to do something that
they really want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what I heard was you were talking about like symptoms, but the actual problem is I don't want to go to work each day because I don't have any motivation or focus. I don't want to hang out with because of the lack of focus, because of the lack of these things, they have pain in their life, but that's your niche. So if I was in, let's say, the health niche or the industry, and I helped people with back pain, all I would do if I was yelling out into the world, to get people's attention, I would be like, hey, does it suck when you try to bend over because your back hurts and therefore you can't tie your shoe, you can't get out of bed, it sucks getting in and out of a car? That's your niche. Okay? That's your niche. That's how you identify that's how you're going to get their attention. You're going to literally, that's what you would say out into the marketplace. That is the niche. So anybody that has those problems, anybody that has those blocks or those challenges, you're going to get their attention. So it's not, some people would say, Avern, they would be like, do you lack motivation? Now, you might get a very tiny bit of people this way, but that's not what you would say to get their attention. Okay? Because most people, they're not like, they don't call their friend up. They're like, hey, Frank, man, I just have a lack of motivation. Now, they might say that, but what they might say is, man, I can't even freaking get the yard mowed because I'm just not motivated to do it. I didn't even go to the gym today because I can't even do it. I'm not even excited about doing it. I don't even want to do it. Okay, I can't get my work done because I can't even focus on anything. You want to talk more intimate about what's going on. Okay. So Tammy says, I help anyone who is looking to get over a relationship that's ended. Okay. And do it in a healthy way and reduce the time it takes to do that. Okay. So that's good. But if you want to get, if you want to get somebody's attention with this, you would say something to the effect of, if I were going to pop a video off and create a hook or something like that, I would be like, are you literally doing nothing? You're stuck. You're down on yourself. You're sad and miserable because your partner left you and you didn't want it to end. And now all of a sudden you're like sitting there with this heartache and you literally can't eat. You can't even, you don't want to talk to your friends. You don't want to go to work. You're completely miserable. You're literally like, it's like you are paralyzed. That is how you say that. Because those are the problems. It's the problem is, yeah, I'm breaking up with, you broke up with somebody, yes, but it's the heartache, it's the paralyzation, it's the things that you cannot do because of a breakup. It's the things that you can't do that you want to do because there's no motivation and focus. Does this make sense? Are you trying to, you want to sell the microgreens, for example. You're trying to make money and you love working with microgreens, but you can't make money. And therefore you have to have some job, which takes you away from doing microgreens. You say that, and that's the thing that gets them, because the vehicle selling microgreens is a means to making money. So the problem is they don't have money. And when you don't have money, what's the problem? You can't pay bills. You have no control. You have to go work for somebody else. Does this make sense? So when I hear people talking about their message and stuff out there, that's, you need to speak of it in the way that they can say, yeah, that's the situation. As if you were reading their journal. In their journal, they're not talking about motivation and focus. They're not talking about my relationship broke up. They're saying, man, I got to get back to work and I'm just so tired of not being, I can't even get out of bed. Like, I don't want to do anything because I broke up with somebody, because of my relationship ended. That's how they really talk in their journal. You got to think like this. Because if you don't, then they can't hear you. Right? So in here, look, this person, we typed in how to sell microgreens, right? Okay. Look what they're saying. How long can you regrow cut greens? Or do they eventually just stop growing when the seed runs out of energy? Or is there X amount of times you can cut and regrow? Now, if you can, this is all you're doing. You want to be the best copywriter, hook creator without needing any kind of chat GPT or any of that stuff. Just take this right here and say it back to the customer. And what I like to do is I like to come in here and I like to find the pattern, because you'll find people will start asking the same question over and over and over again after literally watching a video about how to do it. So if they watched a video about how to do it, this person obviously didn't cover these facts, these things. So that's the real hook you can get somebody to come over to. And now all of a sudden, you're just literally saying, so if for instance, let's say coconut soda here, coconut soda 92, let's say that they're on the internet and they're looking at microgreen stuff. And I have a video, and on the TikTok little banner or on my thumbnail, it's like, can you regrow cut greens? Question mark. Hey, are you kind of confused? Like, can you regrow cut greens or not? They're going to be like, oh, yeah. And if I find that everybody's saying that, they're watching my video. Pretty soon they're like, oh, thank you for the answer finally. I'll follow you. I will listen to more. And now all of a sudden they hear that you've got a product for $27 where you lay out step by step, click by click, exactly how to do the thing that they're wanting to do. And they like you. They think that you're cooler than the other person that's talking about it. Because this is what it is. I loved math, and then I got a new math teacher. I hate math. It's not math that changed. Okay? It's no more harder than this. Okay? So look, I come down here, and what here, you want a little cheat code? Watch this. Okay? This ought to trip you out. So I'll come down here a little bit like this and watch. It's finding all the questions, by the way. See all these question marks? Watch this. I can take this like this. I just came down kind of part way. I highlighted it all. I'm going to copy it, Command C, and watch this. I'm going to go in here to ChatGPT, okay, our new tool, all right? And I'm going to, oops, oh God, hold on a second. Bear with me, okay? I'm going to go to a new chat here, and I'm going to say, based on these comments below, comma, what is the core problem, the emotions frustrations, and actual thing people are trying to figure out? Question mark. And then I'm going to go hold down shift and I'm going to go space, space, and I'm going to say, please list the answer in Markdown, period. Hold down shift, enter, enter. Here's the comments, colon, hold down shift, enter, and then paste, and then hit send message. Now watch this. So it's going to save me a bunch of time, which is what tools do, okay? It's going to save me a bunch of time. Look at this. Core problem, growing and selling microgreens. People are seeking advice on various aspects of growing and selling microgreens, ranging from the growing process to business legal considerations. Okay. So this can be on your website. Hey, are you looking for advice on just various different aspects of growing and selling microgreens? Like anything ranging from like the growing process to business and the legal considerations? I mean, did that sound okay? Like, think about this. Okay, now look, curiosity and eagerness to learn. Many commenters express a strong interest in learning more about microgreens, showing curiosity about the best practices for growing and selling them. Hey, in this video, I'm going to give you 3 of the best practices for growing and selling microgreens. Okay. Or look, excitement about business opportunities, concerns about sustainability and nutritional value. Look, specific issues people are trying to figure out: growing and harvesting, sales and marketing, business startup guidance, legal and licensing, practical growing tips, financial aspects, supply chain queries. Where to source seeds. Okay. It's telling you like pricing strategies. Okay. So look, just this fast, we found all of this information and we can literally say this back to them. And we will start to get followers. We will start to get people interested. We will literally, I mean, it doesn't get any cooler than this. Before we had to like go figure it out. But look, what type of license is needed? So that's, somebody said that there. What I do is I go through and I look at like, what's the most common thing? And it tells me right here, these are the most common things. Okay, so now watch what I can say. Based on what you just told me, what are 5 videos that I could create that would attract my customer if I teach people how to sell microgreens online? Question mark. And then I would come down here and I'd say, give me the hook, what to talk about, and the call to action, period. And then I say, list this in Markdown format, period. Okay. Now it's going to use that information above in the chat. And it's going to say video 1, maximizing microgreen growth, secrets to repeated harvests. Ooh, that nails it, doesn't it? Because that's what that person was asking. And look, here's the hook. Hey, discover how to get the most out of your microgreens with repeated harvests without losing nutrient quality. All right. So I've got 3 things that I want to share with you: the techniques for sustainable growth, understanding the life cycle of microgreens, and also nutrient retention. And if you want a more in-depth guide on growing robust microgreens, download my free training by the link in my bio. Okay. And I could ask it, I could take this then, and I could go like this. I could copy it. Now it gave us, look, it gave us all this. Okay, right? Is this crazy? Are you guys like crazy? Like this is crazy? Now watch. I can copy that first one here, just number 1 that it gave me. I can copy this right here, and I can put it back down into the chat GPT, and I can say, create 3 more posts based on this post. And what else do I want to know? Let's see. And tell me exactly what the title should be so that it shows up in YouTube for people searching for this topic. Okay. And then I paste this and watch. I just pasted it. Okay. Now, it's like, certainly. Now you do this in Chat GPT 4. Okay. It's like, certainly. Now I've got, from that 1 post, I've got now 4 posts. And it's giving me, look at this. And it's even titling it. Does this not get you? I don't know. For me, this is like, it's like Christmas. This is amazing. Like a freaking dingle dork could do this. Like all I did was click and paste. I went out there, I found it, and now all I got to do is do it. Right? So that's what I told you in the very beginning here. The hard part is quit talking trash on yourself so that you actually have, the reason you feel bad and you don't have belief is because you yourself, the most important person to you, is talking trash on yourself, and you don't even need to, because nobody cares about what you look like. You could have a foot sewn to your head and a tree branch on the other side, but if you had that and you also had the cure to every illness in a pill that they could take, do you think anybody would care? They would probably rub the foot on your head, right? So it's not about that. It's not about what you're saying, okay? It's about, I have the information, I'm going to give it back to you. Now, here's what's even crazier, okay? It doesn't stop there. But wait, there's more. You can grab this now, and I can say, well, yeah, but I don't know what to like. What do I show on the screen? What do I do there? I could say this. Hey, based on this post, can you create a slide deck of a slide deck for a presentation that is less than 1 minute long, and tell me what to put on each slide, including the picture and exactly what to say? Okay. And then paste that post in there. You could do this for each post, and watch this. Okay. It's probably going to be like, certainly. Oh, crap. It's creating an image. Okay. Well, let me pause this. I don't want an image. So I said this wrong. Take the image part out. I got to take the image part out. I'm going to hit the little pencil and take the picture out. Okay. Including, let's just say, including exactly what to say. The picture part was my next part. Okay. So including exactly what to say, I thought it would do it for me. Okay. Look. So here it goes. It's analyzing this here, and it'll create a slide deck. It'll tell me what to put on each slide, and you can go to Google Slides, a free tool, and you can lay out each slide, and you can do this ahead of time. You could create all of these things ahead of time. Like on a Saturday, you could knock out the whole week. Okay, you could just do this, one Saturday or 2 Saturdays a month. You could knock out the whole month with your content, and just have it ready to go. And each day you just wake up, post, and then you do a weekly workshop, and you sell your pocket coaching, or you sell your $500 offer. I like to sell things that are priced at, the price of things that we normally buy, like shoes and Xbox and bottles of wine and, dinners and all this stuff, right? Because if 1,000 people give you $500 this year, you're going to have nicer clothes. You know what I mean? If 1,000 people, think about this, right? And 1,000 people, well, that's 3 people a day. But look at this introduction slide, title, copy, paste, content. Welcome. Today, we're unlocking the secrets to sustainable and efficient microgreen growth cycles for higher yields. Hello, everyone. I'm excited to share with you the secrets. It's telling me what to frickin' say. You can literally use Loom, which is like $10, starts free. And you could literally just have the slide on the screen and read what it says, and you literally have a TikTok. Look at that. 5 slides. Join our community at the end, it says. Download my free thingy. I mean, guys, who can't do this? Like, is this not like crazy? You guys can freaking do this. It tells you exactly what to do here. And that was just one of the posts, and it gave us all these posts. Look at this. Now, you can take this information, you can be like, sure. Or you can be like, I'll just do it. And if you do it and you have something to sell, you're going to sell it. Because all these people now that are over here, and this was, look, from one stinking video, and I just copied a few of their comments. Are you guys like, this is awesome? Like, I think this is amazing. Like, this is freaking crazy. Okay. Now, here's the difference. Okay, Michael, why doesn't everybody do it? I don't know. Why doesn't everybody have a 6-pack? I don't know. Why doesn't everybody have a nice haircut and the right clothes on? I don't freaking know. All you got to do is do it. That's the difference. So when you hear people all the time talk about, it's your, personal development, it's get your mind right. This is what they're talking about. Because if your brain's if you got stinking thinking, well, you're not going to do this stuff. If you're too worried about you and not them, then, right now we're worried about these people. Everything we just did was to service these people. I don't even know anything about microgreens, and I could probably sell some microgreen stuff. You see what I'm saying? So it's not about your to find gold. You don't have to be born into it. You don't have to be a certain size. You just need to know where to search. You need to know the path on the map. You need to know the map. And so that's why people like me exist. Because I come here and I'm like, here's the map. And then I get behind you. I'm like, you can do it. Because I can't do your push-ups for you. But I can I can be like, hey, Janine, you got to get your ass to work. Come on. Let's go. Okay, that's the thing. Okay, you guys follow me? You guys digging this? How many people put a light bulb in the comments if you're like, oh, this is great. Okay. You had a little light bulb moment. All right. So listen, this is in anything that you want to do on any platform, all over the place, everywhere. Okay. And I don't know about you, but this is pretty freaking exciting. Okay. Yeah. It's like I could tell the machine now, or I could just, keep finding questions, and I can literally create an entire course. Well, I don't know what to put in the course. Well, you can 100% know what to put in the course because Smarty Pants, GPT Pants will freaking just tell you. And then you got to deliver it. You got to be excited to deliver it. Right? So, okay. So now all you need is the pocket coaching offer to start with. It's like the gateway drug. Okay. So there's the light bulbs. All right. Thank you. It's getting brighter in here now.
I gotta say, Mike,
yes,
real quick. I have like all these tools, vidIQ, ChatGPT 4, all this stuff. But putting all this together today is just mind blowing, like what you just did. So thank you.
100%, man. 100%. No, that's what we're doing here. And see, your problem now is you can't sleep. Okay. Like literally, I cannot sleep sometimes. And then I have to like calm myself down because it's like, oh, I could do this. I could do this. I could do this. I could do this. That's the problem an entrepreneur has, because there's problems everywhere. There's money everywhere. It's literally right under your nose. And with the pocket coaching thing, you can start it right away. They get a video every day. You could go in there and have a few videos already in there, but every day you wake up, you create your 5 to 10 minute little pocket coaching video, and you email it to the people that gave you $27 a month. It's less than $1 a day. And now we've got what happens here is this. Number one, you become really, really good at what you're doing, because if you send out a video every day trying to solve a particular problem, you're going to get really good at solving that problem. Matter of fact, they said most people after they graduate high school never read a book ever again. They never read another book. All right, that's fine. So they said if you read at least 5 books, this is real stuff. Okay, you can look this up. They said if you read at least 5 books on a single topic, you're considered amongst the masses an expert on that topic. Okay. So now all of a sudden people are like, well, I'm not an expert at potatoes. Well, you can be real fast. Okay. You can be really fast, good at that. And, you can just, read 5 books today that take about, well, you'd sleep for 4 hours. Okay. So 5 hours a book, right? Or you could watch some videos on it. Listen, if all of us today went and watched 25 videos today on worms, and we read an ebook about worms today and one each day for the rest of the week, and listened to some audio programs about worms, by the end of the week, you, amongst your entire circle and network of friends, would know more about worms than any one of those people. And you could literally teach them about worms. Okay? And then we could be like, do people want worms? Well, this is where I'm trying to tell you, and I totally made this up, but I gotta see. So I'm sure there's somebody out here that is doing how to raise worms. Oh my God, for fishing. Listen, for gardening, for chickens, for castings, at home, lions, tigers, and bears. Like literally, I'm not joking you. You could call home and tell your mom that, okay? What are you doing nowadays, honey? Oh, I raise worms and sell them to fishermen. Oh my God. Yeah, I bought a Bentley. No, it's funny though, right? Like it's crazy. You can do this stuff. This is all, look, for fish food, for compost at home. And guess what? We can click on it. And there's probably 100,000, 29,000 views, 700,000 views about how to breed your own fishing worms. For the love of Jesus, I didn't even know this. Okay. So we can go down in the comments. We can literally do the same thing I just did. And we could start a pocket coaching offer on freaking worms. And I mean, come on. Oh, and if you wanted to cheat even more, you could probably go to these people, and I'll bet you they're not growing worms just for the hell of it. You could probably go down into their comments. Hopefully they got a link down here. And if they don't, it's just another reason why this is so, look at this. 700,000 views on a video, Arizona fishing, how to breed your worms, ain't got a link in the description. Now, I don't know about you, but that's insanity to me. What I tell you is that, you might think it's this big struggle out there, but it's not. And then guess what? I bet there's a boatload of comments down here, right? 1,000 comments. So let's go to do our thing again. I'm not going to go deep on this one. Okay. I'm not even going to Chat GPT. I'm trying to make a point here. Okay. Look, so this has been out for a while now. Just wondering, I don't know why I talk like that. I kind of go into like a kind of a gay woman or something, but I would recommend to be able to cycle through though without cleaning out the worms, or will one bin produce enough worms? I was just thinking of setting up 2 or 3 bins. Is that overkill? Well, I mean, think about this, like, and then I'm sure we could go like look at their landing page. What are they actually selling? Right. Oh, there it is. There's our link. Look at this. Guy's got his hands in some fishing. Okay. So we can go over here. Now we're over at Instagram. Okay. These people are doing this all wrong. I'm telling you. What you do that now they're going back to YouTube. What the hell's going on here? They're making so much money off of people just watching their videos about freaking worms. They don't even got to sell a product. They're just making AdSense money. Like, oh, wait, there's 2 more links. Hold on. Arizona, Twitter, Facebook. Like they're doing it wrong. You know how many leads they could be generating and selling worms things? Okay. So this is what I'm talking about. It's insanity what you can do out there if you know this stuff. Okay, very cool. How many of you down in the comments, you're like, okay, I definitely need to know more about this stuff. Like I need to figure out more about how to do this. Okay. All right. Yeah. So I have been that person, no links. Yeah. Don't be that person. What did I tell you in the very beginning of this? The most important metric is what? Leads. Okay. So let's go back over here, and then we're going to wrap this up here soon. Okay. If you want to buy stuff from me, tell me. No, but it gets that way. You don't have to sell things. I'm serious. Like all marketing is here on your piece of paper. Okay. I don't even have yeah, I do. On your piece of paper, I want you to write down marketing, cross it out, and put underneath it education instead. Because that's all marketing is education. If I educate you enough about how to solve your problem, you're going to come to me. Like, think about it. If you're out there getting answers from a specific person all the time, and they're helping you get most of the way there, when you're ready to solve that problem, who do you think you're going to go to? The people that haven't been helping you? So all you got to do is help them, educate them, and then for sales, instead of the word sales, because we don't like this word, it's kind of like a taboo word or whatever. You just write down sales, you cross it out, and you say helping somebody make a decision that will help them. Okay, because that's all it is. They're buying something, you're helping them make that decision on something that can help them. All right. So now we know how to find the problem, which is the key here. We now know we can take, we didn't do this part. I'll show you this. This is great. So I don't know if you guys have trouble with your messaging, but check this out. So I don't know. You always hear me say, whoops, wrong thingy. Okay. Look, you don't even have to be good at this stuff. All right. So right here, you see this, I help who to fix this problem with this method. Okay. I should have put unique above method, but watch this. We're going to stick with our worm thing. Okay. But we're going to go to Mr. GPT, the pocket wizard. Okay. And we're going to say, no, we're going to go with microgreens just because, I'd have to put in all this other stuff to make this happen. So we've got all this information, right? And we're in this chat thing, chat GPT screen. It can, everything above, it knows it's there and it'll use it, right? So I can say to it, can you create my marketing message? Here's the framework. Quotes. I help niche to solve this problem with my unique method. Okay. So I educated ChatGPT with this, right? And that's what, when you're thinking about ChatGPT, that's how you use this thing. You kind of educate it and you kind of give it some context, and then you ask the thing that you want. So can you create my marketing message? Here's the framework. Here's the messaging framework. I help niche to solve this problem with my unique method. And then you hold down shift, hit enter, and you say, here's what I do, : I help people sell microgreens online to make money. Okay. And then you say, based on everything above, the problems, frustrations, and all the stuff you suggested. I literally just talked to it like it's okay. And then create my marketing message. Enter. Okay. Let's see what it does here. It's like, absolutely. Okay. I help aspiring entrepreneurs and small scale farmers. Ooh, I like that word. I help aspiring entrepreneurs and small-scale farmers to successfully sell microgreens online and generate a sustainable income using my unique green growth blueprint. Oh, they went hard there. You could probably work on that. My green growth blueprint method. I mean, that would work, right? So there you go. There's your message right off the bat. And they went further with it. This method encompasses advanced cultivation techniques, effective online marketing strategies, and a comprehensive business guidance to overcome common challenges and maximize profits. Okay, great. So I wouldn't add this last part. I would put it somewhere on the website. If somebody comes up to you in the elevator and they're like, what do you do? Like, oh, I help aspiring entrepreneurs and like the small scale farmers, I help them successfully sell microgreens online, generate income that's sustainable with my green growth blueprint method. And they're like, really? What's the green growth blueprint method? I'm glad you asked. I have a free training that you can go over to my website. It's 123xyzgreens.com, and there's a full video there. They go there, it's free, they opt in, lead. Second, they watch the video that Smarty Pants here can lay out for you that says, here's what I do, here's what it is, here's why it matters to you. Go down and buy it right now. Pocket coaching offer, or my $1,000 offer that you can get today for half the price. And you know what? I'll even throw in a gardening tool. Okay. I'll mail you one. All right. I'll have Amazon send it to you. That is how you do this. And you say, but I'm only taking 50 people, so you better hurry. And that's true. And listen, the bonus, if you get started before you leave the page here, you see the timer, right? If you get started on the page before the timer hits 0, I will send you a picture of my favorite setup. I will send you, it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. And people will join. And you can sell your pocket coaching offer if you don't have the other one thought of. But no matter which one that you sell, that's how you sell this stuff. This is how you make this happen. And so the other offer, both of them, you would not make first and then sell. You would lay out the blueprint like we've done right here. You just lay out the program. So if they go, well, what's your program about? You're like, well, module 1, we do this. Module 2, we do this. Module 3, we do this. And then when they join, you say, now, if you get started before the timer hits 0 or before any of these 50 seats are gone, and you would do both, okay? You always want to have a time limit, a bonus limit. You want anything where you can get in high tech to high touch, where you go from internet to like talking to them on Zoom, or they get a private session with you or something, okay? And then the red dot is there because you can add a physical prize if you want to, You don't have to. And you follow up with them and you keep reminding them about this offer, and you can automate all of that. People will join. You've got to there has to be limits. Okay. We want what we can't have. We don't want to miss out. FOMO. Okay. So if you add those key levers and you just keep it simple and you're just like, hey, here's what I've got. Here's why it matters to you. Here's how to get it. Here's what it's like when we do it together. Okay. And here's what I promise that you'll come out with if you just show up and do it with me. All right. And normally it's this much, but if you get started now and you become one of the only, 50 people that get to take advantage of this offer, and you can say that because next time, instead of giving them the garden tool, you send them a grocery list thing. So the offer's different, isn't it? You kept your word. You're not a lying, piece of crap. But to them, so every week you can have a new offer. Okay? Every week you can have a new offer. I've made $2,000 today, and I came up with this literally right before I went live today. And I changed the offer. And I just thought about, okay, what's happening in my life right now? How can I turn this into an offer? And I was like, well, I still haven't gotten the information back from 3 people from the other thing. So I was like, well, that's a good reason to give everybody else another chance before I make one big shipment out. And it worked. Right? So all I'm trying to say is you don't create it first. You lay out your blueprint. And then, I know you can't see my mouse, but you lay out your blueprint first so that you can describe it to people like an architect would describe some blueprints. They don't build the building first. Okay. They lay out the blueprints, sell the blueprints, and then they build the building if somebody pays for it. And you tell them, here's what you tell them on your first trip through. This is amazing because you can start selling it today. You can literally say, and when you join, you're going to be part of the founders group or the beta group or the first timers or the first, what do they say that, what is that? First come, first serve. No. What is it?
Founding member.
The what?
Like a founding member?
Yeah. A founding member, or what do they say? The first movers. First movers. Yes. You guys, we could ask ChatGPT a bunch of ideas too, but you can be part of the first movers advantage. Not only are you going to get 50% off, I'm also going to send you a autographed soil sample or something. I don't know. So I'm going to send you, the best soil that you need or whatever. Yeah. So anyway, you whatever it is, it doesn't matter. And then you get to build it with them. You get to build it with them. And I don't know about you, but I would love to be in a course where I'm building it with them and I can ask them questions along as I go. And so you get to build. Yes.
Where would I put my my blueprint outline of my course? Like where would that go, in my funnel or?
Well, what I like to do here, I'll show you. Okay.
So I have it. I just don't know where to put it.
Yeah. A lot of people's trouble. No. All right. So let's go here. That could have went a bunch of different ways. All right. So what I do is when I create the video or either above or below the video or anywhere, okay, I just literally, where's it at here? Okay. Come down hither. So I create either a slide like this that shows, wait, where's it at here? Oh, here it is. Okay. So this is the one that I led with Build Lab. I created this little picture here. Okay. And it was my steps, my 9 steps, plus there's an intro. So it's like 10. Just think of your first program is going to be lean, mean, and scrappy. It's going to be 10 videos, introduction, and then the 9 steps. And then I literally just on the screen below, either above the sales video, below the sales video, or in the sales video itself, okay? You literally just put it on the screen like I do right now, and you just walk them through it. It's the map out of the woods. Let me show you how I get you out of the woods. They know, like anybody, like when you go to sign up for a college class, they're like, here's your curriculum. This year, you're going to learn all this pointless shit and still not have a job and make money, but we need you to pay us $100,000. Okay. So that, right. And, we'll help you get a job. And then the thing is like, this is how they help you get a job. We got a bunch of people that they're coming to the gymnasium, walk around and introduce yourself. Good luck. Okay. So that's literally, okay. Forget about that. This is the map out of the woods. Here's what we're going to do. And that's it. Okay. And then in your follow-up emails, when they opt in and they don't buy right away, because that's normally what people do. Okay. So they're acting normal. This is good. And so what we do is in all the follow-up emails, we just literally create a video talking about the bulletproof business model. Hey guys, I'm glad you wouldn't say guys because you're only talking to one person. You'd be like, hey, I'm glad that you opted in to watch the free training. Obviously, you haven't gotten started yet, or you wouldn't be getting this video. And they're like, oh, that's true. And you say to them, look, I just want to show you here today. There's 9 steps, but I just want to show you the first one here. Okay. I don't want to overload you. Let me just teach you a little bit about the first step and why it's important to you and why this matters. Okay. And then you always give them the opportunity to sign up. You always have a button there where they can go spend money with you. Okay. So this is what your map looks like. And that's all you need to lay out. And then you can go talk to people about this. And then ChatGPT, okay, will do this. Look, it tells you it's like slide deck, 9-step solution for digital course. I just typed it in there. Oh, this is for gambling addiction. That was my example that day. We went from worms to gambling addiction. So looks like I got a problem. Okay, so the thing is it created the whole course for me. Now, if somebody gives you, a couple $100 and you teach them this, even if you don't even know what the hell you're talking about, you just read the script back to them. The fact that they're in a focused environment and they are there to learn and you are helping them, they're going to get more than what they gave you by a long shot. And then if you actually just kind of show up and help them like a good friend and you actually care about them like they're your child or something, they're going to love you and they will tell other people about you. And that's all the other stuff that happens in this as well. So you don't have to have anything built first. So the idea of that is gone. You don't have to guess if people want this or not. Listen, if there's 700,000 views on a video about worms, people want to know this stuff. Okay. Like there's no two ways about it. All right. If there's 1,000 comments in the damn comment section, I mean, what more, what more proof do you want? Like, and this is great. And then if you go and another way that you can check is you could just go Google it. And if you see ads popping up for what it is that you typed in there, then people are making money off of it because you got to make money to run ads. And
so if I created that page, I just create an extra step in my funnel then? With like the outline, like what you just did?
About the map and stuff like that?
Uh-huh.
So start from the beginning here. What are we trying to do?
I just want to put somewhere my outline for my course, like you just did.
Why not give it to them in the first or second email? Or you can put another video on the page, but just remember, if you're trying to find which can of tomato soup is your favorite, and I show you, if I'm like, this is the best one, you take this one. If I go, there's this one and this one, now you're like, let me think about this. So what you want to do is just give them one option, okay? One door, and they'll go through that door. So when you think about showing them the map or something, when I think about this, I'm thinking, well, maybe I go back and just edit the video and I cut a little chunk. I cut the video in half and I move the 2 pieces apart and I create a new center inside of it. So, because you already created a sales video, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Take that video, put it in your editor, cut it in half, and be like, oh, and by the way, I wanted to show you something really cool. That's how you cut in at any moment. Okay. And then you show them the map and you say, all right, now, and then you listen to the next part of the video that starts and you say something that blends right into that.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. That's a great idea. Okay.
Yep. And then export the video and boom.
Okay.
And you can add another bullet point on the landing page. And I go through the exact map on how to do this. I know. It's crazy, isn't it? So it's this is what it is, guys. This is all this is. People are out there buying books about how to grow worms, and you're going to provide them a video course. You're going to give them a weekly call. And I can imagine how them calls go. They're like, all right, guys. And they're holding up this they're like, you see this one here? But have fun doing this stuff, right? there's literally people out there holding worms up to cameras and stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm sure whatever you're talking about isn't that crazy. And these people are doing good. They're not even putting links in the descriptions. They're not gathering leads. They're not doing anything. Can you imagine this? Can you imagine this? So all you have to do is keep it simple. You need to not if you're not coming up with these things, they're already out there. Yeah, exactly, Ben. So it's a matter of being a good researcher, a good, gold miner or whatever they call it, like where you're looking for a prospector. Okay. You're looking for problems. And if you keep seeing people ask the same questions, then it's, they're not getting it answered. And you can even see, like, on these videos, you can summarize it from newest comments first or whatever. Like, even after 7 years of that worm video being on there, I promise you there's people asking questions still to this day, and you only need 1,000 people. I mean, that's the goal, right? Like, if you have 1,000 true fans, that's your ultimate goal as a business owner online. Because if I had 1,000 true worm people, they all have at least one friend that likes worms too. And now I've got 2,000 people giving me $1 a day. And now we've got really nice shoes when we go out to eat. Right. And this is like the truth. This is really what it's about. And then because you have that, you can keep expanding and you can be like, you know what? I'm done, feeding the worms. And you can, now that you're making $2,000 a day, you can hire Sally or Jeffrey and they can go feed the worms for you. And now you just bought back a half hour or whatever it is. Okay. So you're right here at the right time. Literally, people are investing millions of dollars. I didn't show you this. I want to show you this and then we'll get the hell out of here. You can answer. I'll be here for some questions. But I want to show you this. Okay. So this right here is fantastic. All right. That is not what I wanted to have up. This is it. Okay. Can you guys, what the hell's going on here? Hold on a second. My Lord. Okay. Let's go over here. There we go. Can you guys see this map thing and all that? Okay. So where is the thingy I found? Was it even? Oh. Nope. Hell, I don't even know where it's at. Okay. Let me see if, well, it doesn't matter. I'll just tell you. Okay. I'll just tell you. So the thing that I found was they are saying by 2030, crazy, that's like 5 years, 6 years away. That's insane. That the online education industry will be one of the most leading industries of all industries, A. B, it's supposed to be at like almost $1 trillion. Because they found out that if you don't know how to do something, you can't do it. So if you want just a slice of that, all you got to do is literally like just show up. Because even the people that are showing up, they're not even putting a damn door to their house. Like they're not putting a link to the thingy. So I'm just saying, all you have to do is show up and be really good at helping people solve problems in the problems that you want to solve. Right? Yeah, 185 billion in 2020. Yeah. I mean, there's enough for all of us, right? I don't need that much. I don't even need like a thing of a thing. Like the hygiene level starts at like 30K. I found like in life, at least in the United States, I'm sure in most places, at about 30K a month, things start to change. Well, let's look at it like this. At 1%, to be considered ultra wealthy, you need to make like $46,000 a month. Ultra wealthy. That's considered ultra wealthy. So 1,000 people giving you $30 a month, you're damn near ultra wealthy. And if you work really hard, you'll have 2,000. Right? So like, and now you're like, hanging out with Brad Pitt and stuff or something. I don't know if you want to hang out with him, but I probably wouldn't. I don't know. I probably would. But this is what I'm saying, right? Like everything is there and you can just do it from your computer from anywhere. It's amazing. Okay. All right. So any questions? This was this workshop. This is recorded. I will put it out there and tell you about it. I'll email you the link and everything. All of you that did the special and everything like that, I'll be sending everything out here tonight, and you should be getting it. The hat will take the longest if you care about the hat. But I'll be here no matter what. Just we'll keep in touch on all that. If you want to join, then let me know, or just go over to makeonce.com and join. Or you can go to makeonce.com/alpha, and you can get the special if you want to know that. But I'm not really worried about it. So all I want to do is make sure that everybody, it was worth your time coming here. Okay. And I just want you to take some action. So what would we do to take action? What I would do is I would go out there and I would find the patterns in the comments. I would find all the pains and all the frustrations and get a big pile of that. And then you can start creating content from that. And every day, I want you to think about this. So some of you are like, well, I don't want to create videos every day. Well, this might not be for you, okay? Because if you're doing this business, all we're doing is creating content for the course, content online. But I'll promise you that if you get good at doing this and you set up your little things where it's easy for you to do, it's so easy. And it doesn't feel like creating content every day. Content is annoying and hard and feels weird and all that stuff when you don't know the little tricks of the trade. See, you could like spend one good Saturday and you could create all your content for the week if you wanted to. And now you don't have to create content all week. You can also outsource it. You can also, you know, you can do it in little batches and chunks, but it's not that big a deal. Like you turn on your camera, you turn it back off, you go about your business. And you're just always creating content. It's very simple. It's very easy. And you can do it from anywhere at any time. You can take a break. You can call the shots. You can make as much as you want. You can work as much as you want. What else do you want? So, you know, just like, and I mean, how much, like I've tried it, right? Like I've taken a whole year off and tried to do nothing. It is boring as shit. Like it is not that fun, really. Like you're like, this is boring. Like you're like, it is worse. It is worse than doing stuff. And like, I mean, so it's amazing. Everything is amazing.
You can only golf so much, Mike.
What?
You can only golf so much, Mike.
Seriously, you get sick of me. Like, man, this is like how much, you know, I'm serious. Everything. It literally is this way. And so it's really reinforcing. Help. Don't worry about yourself. Just help everybody else solve their problems. All your problems go away. Everybody thinks you're important and special. They hang out with you. They listen to you. They want to know more from you. You're getting attention. You're becoming valuable. Everybody that, you know, comes up in your family behind you is going to have what they need because you got rich. And like you can buy the right medicine, buy the right shoes. You can go to the right places, you know, drive a better, like it's all, everything gets better. That's it. I mean, it's almost like magical. Right? So, and you can do it about something you want to do it about. Okay. You don't have to be, you don't have to start, you know, like some people, they start these businesses because, well, that was a business that makes money and that's why we did it. You know, I hate my life and I hate my job. We got money, but you know, it's not like that now. You can like literally do worms if you want to do worms. I mean, you know, so somebody's excited about worms. And I mean, you know, somebody's out there literally driving a Ferrari, living in a big ass house, doing the greatest things in the world. And when somebody asks them what they do, they're like, yeah, I teach people how to raise worms. And they're like, oh, come on. You're like, no, I'm serious. It's 2024. So it's only going to get better. And I mean, is this not cool? Tammy says, Build Lab is amazing, worth every penny, value, 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 each and every time. Mike is a wizard of info. I did not tell her to say that, but thank you, Tammy. You've been amazing as well. So I'm excited for you guys. Ask questions if you have any questions. Other than that, we'll get the heck out of here. Okay, let you guys get back to doing the thing. Okay, it's also so cheap. Yeah, I mean it really is for what you get out of it. You know, it's inexpensive. I used to always get yelled at when I called it cheap. They're like, it's not cheap, it's inexpensive. I'm just teasing you. But
And you guys are getting the all-important hat, which I'm jealous of. So,
well, I'm sure we can work out something for the OGs. Okay, thank you so much for all the info. You're absolutely welcome. Thank you for bringing your amazing glasses and self. You're very fancy over there. You're a lot fancier than me. But thank you. All right, I'm glad I got to see Isby. Now I can think of now I know what he looks like every time he's on there. Man's so dedicated. Janine's been on there, been great. Everybody is great, great, great. Sherry, everybody, Craig, I'm glad, Mike, all of you, Vern. So, all right, listen, I love you guys. Thank you so much for giving me your time. I hope this was valuable to you and my famous exit. Peace.